First, we choose if we're gonna start with the brainstormer or go straight to the shoot planner. I'd say the shoot planner is like where the money is. You're doing the actual plan and you're actually thinking about what everything costs. And then brainstormer is like that nice space before that where you can kind of throw ideas around, you can bounce ideas, you can say, oh, hey, what about this? Just see where the AI will take it when you throw it some curveballs, and it's fun. And you can just keep going until you're like, okay, actually I got somewhere. First, you choose your budget and the budget range. It's not like specific, but it's kind of like gives an idea for the AI to steer the boat, like what kind of ideas to offer you. There's the shoestring, which is basically just give me ideas that are free. Then there's a basic indie budget where it's like, okay, it's gonna be sub 10K. Then there's the kind of industry standard, sub 30K, where you can do pretty much anything reasonable. And then there's the like, money is no option kind of thing. Now this is the idea generator section. If you don't have much of a concept, you can just paste the lyrics of the song, or you can just paste something about the artist, or you can write freely about the artist, and it will generate 3 ideas that you can kind of get started with. Lyrics, I think, is a great starting point. I've had great success with that. And then you can just do other things as well. Like here, I'm gonna do a quick example with an old project of mine. 20 years ago, we had a song called Dynamite. It was kind of like my first big taste of a successful record. And we were really struggling with the concept for that video because there were so many elements in it. We had Toni Virtanen, who was like a famous rock dude from Finland. We had B.O.Dub, who is from a pretty big dance act of the time called Bomfunk MCs. And then we had Maxi, who is a phenomenal world-class vocalist. And to put that together in a project, it's actually Beats and Styles, which is me and Alimo, and we were like a producing DJ duo. Such a smash of a million concepts. We were really struggling to find that right angle. So let's see how this little app survives from that task. I have a song called Dynamite. The song features a rapper, a rocker, an R&B singer, and a DJ duo. Okay, that sounds like a beginning of a joke, but we're not joking here. We're making a serious music video. I want to showcase each artist's vibe separately in the video, and I want to have something that exudes the explosive bursts of energy. Here we go. I made it so that the concepts always have a beginning, middle, and end, because that's really critical in a music video. You want to know how you're going to begin it, and you want to know how you're going to end it. I love these ideas, actually. They're kind of interesting and way more cooler than what we had. Let's work with this idea. So this is the first step of the shoot planner. If your idea is coming from the brainstormer, it is now on the text field. If you're just starting from the shoot planner, then you just type or paste your synopsis or video plan or however you have it verbalized. Put it here, press send, and then magic things will start happening. The idea here is like, let's make sure the AI has understood the concept, looking at the shoot plan so it makes sense. I made this so that all plans are something you should be able to execute in one day. Why? 99% of times when we shoot music videos, we do it in one day, because that way, if you need to hire somebody, you just hire them for that one day. Also, energetically, I felt like there's like a extra intensity on the shoot day energy. When you're traveling, it's a little different, but we are now talking about concepts I can put together for you here in LA. And now I can prompt something like, let's add some dancers. And now the plan is updated. Okay, now it looks like we got everything. I'm just gonna press approve. The next step is where we ask how many people are gonna be on camera, like how many artists we need to feature in the video, because that affects the makeup cost, the hairstyling, and it affects also craft and catering, hospitality, like all these things. So you can say, oh, no artist, it's just like gonna be visuals, or it's gonna be, you know, maybe actors, but not anybody from the band, which you can do if you're like on the other side of the world. You can just hit me up. We can kind of formulate it like this. These are ballparks, but it will steer the boat to give you more accurate numbers. Then we have a section where you can choose your styling options, because some people are like, well, I really don't need much styling, or I'll just show up and, you know, wear my own clothes, and any mixture of that. And those are like thousands of dollars in the budgets. If you have these things already covered, or you know, you can do your own makeup or however you want to do it, this is a place where you can say, okay, we don't need to put this in the calculation. Or you can also say, use AI to pick the best option, which is, it's going to take the production plan, it's going to take how many artists are in it, it's going to look at the concept, like, oh, this concept actually probably needs a lot of like makeup stuff, maybe it's like a body paint, whatever's mentioned in the concept, that will be taken into account when we decide what kind of setup do we do, like a low tier makeup or higher tier. That will affect the budget. Once we have that down, you get to choose who's gonna direct it. You can choose to have me to direct, which probably is the best bet, because this whole quote generator is built around how I make music videos, and it's very practical, pragmatic, and it really focuses on supporting the song, not the other way around. I also wanna empower people, so you can actually just get me to teach, which means I will come on the set, I'll help in every possible way, but you get to be the director, and I will just be there as a coach. You can ask me any questions throughout the process. I think it's a viable option for anybody who is interested in getting into making music videos. Then we talk about cinematography. You can have me shoot it. I've shot a ton of things, but it's not really my priority. It's gonna be much more expensive to get someone else to DP, but it has benefits. I like hiring a DP myself, because then it's like somebody whose only job is to focus on that. So that's a great option if you have the money. Then we talk about what you want to shoot in them, because this is a big part of the budgeting. There are digital, there's film options. I have my own little kit that's a decent DSLR kit. I've done a ton of music videos with it. It's nothing fancy, but it'll get the job done. If you get me to shoot, I won't charge anything. Even if you have your own guy, you can use my gear if I'm producing it. You can choose the budget option, so that's the cheapest one. Or you can just prompt, I want to find the look that they did in this music video or this movie. It has a pretty good idea, especially with the movies, how they were shot. So the last step is just to kind of look through it and make sure everything's there. At this stage, if you make changes, you can just kind of add line items, but it's not really making that much sense to go deep on the concepts. It will feed all the data that I've put in the system and kind of make the final breakdown, give you the actual cost structure, and email it to you. And boom, in a few minutes, you've gotten so much closer to getting your music video done. And let's make your next video.